Bless you. My name is Steve Woolrich from Manchester, and I'd just like to share a quick testimony of part of my life that I spent in Dublin, Ireland, a city that is still very close to my heart, especially the tremendous need that's in the city. I first visited Dublin in 1994. I was part of a mission team from Victory Outreach London, and I had the privilege of coming as a missionary to Dublin, and I still have a great love for the city. I remember first walking through the streets, Joseph Mansions and Pearse Street and Dolphins Barn, Rialto, all over Fatima, and how crazy it was, the drug epidemic that was taking place in the city at that time. I especially remember as well the vigilantes that were so upset with the way that drug addiction was taking a hold of the city that they decided to do something about that. And it was many people's hearts were stirred at that time, and it was at that time when I met Pastor Andy and Sister Marie. I remember picking them up at the airport, and this family of Pastor Andy and Sister Marie and their two children at that time, Elena and Junior, and a few suitcases. That was all they had when I picked them up at the airport. We didn't even have a car. I remember we had to take the bus to Cushlawn Park in Tala. I think we took 2 buses, and but they came with heart, they came with passion. And it was in a very short amount of time that we took a small bungalow in Portmarnock by the sea, and from there we began to go to the streets, and Pastor Andy would just share, you know, there's a need, we need to go and share the love of Jesus Christ with these hurting people. And that's what we did. We went to the streets, and he would take in drug addicts and alcoholics into his own home, and also began to work with the families. At that time we had a small building on Pearse Street, and later on we moved into East Wall, and then after that I think we moved into a place just at the back of Pearse Street, and God just began to open doors, and people's lives began to get changed. Drug addicts began to come in the house and just give their lives to Christ, and we saw the power of God setting them free. And I just saw Pastor Andy and Sister May, always their home was open. Even Junior, Pastor Junior, he's now a pastor. At the time he was just a young man, and Elena welcoming people into their own home and giving everything they had. I remember we would even have to go to the food bank. We would go to the food bank to get food because we had no finances. We had very little, and even some of the men in the home, they weren't receiving any benefits. So we would go in the bus to the food bank, and then we would share what we got at the food bank, and I believe that's part of the reason why the ministry is as successful as it is today, is because of sacrifice. And the Bible teaches about that God blesses sacrifice, and Pastor Andy and Sister Marie continually giving of their lives, of their finances. And I'm so blessed when I visit Dublin today and I see the church growing, and many men, some of the pastors even now, were drug addicts on the streets themselves, many years in prison and on methadone and 5 programs, and just to see how the power of God could change their lives, and now they're prepared to be pastors and to be ministers of the gospel. It really is a tremendous thing that we see taking place there. So I just want to say, Dublin, I miss you, I love you, and I really hope to see everybody there soon. God bless you.